who can rove and can create some opportunities to kick some more goals, because that's what it's all about today, percentage.
Absolutely. Paul?
Maffra in third quarters have conceded just 2 goals in the last 6 matches in the third quarter. Well, they've been absolutely ruthless.
This will be interesting, Makey. Any matchups you see the start of the third quarter? Anything that's changed dramatically?
No, looks like my big call for Ingley up the ground has fallen on its head. He's gone back to the goal square.
Reynolds.
In saying that, Charlie Reynolds has lined himself up at centre half forward.
That was my call.
Who's gone back?
Down back.
Gavin Lowe, Long, Ainsworth are all still down there.
Back 6, so...
All right, so third quarter action is underway. Up goes Morrow. Clearly gets his first hands on it, but Jackson Scott wins the football. Handball's back towards Batali, who couldn't get it. Now he puts his head over and does not win a free kick as Reynolds tackles him from behind, but the umpire says we'll ball it up. Half forward flank for the Lions. They've just gained a little bit of meterage at the moment, so Morrow taps it down at his feet. Going in hard was Blazer, puts his head over the football. Does good work by Dow. No one's getting it out of there, and the umpire again will ball it up. A couple of metres further advance for the Lions. So Morrow and Connolly again. This time Morrow gets it out into a bit of open space. Battaglia gathers nicely, steps around an opponent, gives it to O'Brien, who gave it across to Porter. Delivers up towards Petro, can't gather. Lowe was there, gets the football now, handballs across to Biffin. He's on the far wing. Biffin delivers out wide, finds his teammate in Vesti on the far side, delivers back inboard. Dow gets it, half forward flank for the Lions. Can they build? They just slow it up now as William Dow takes his time, kicks it inside 50, but Bedgegood takes a good mark in defensive 50, who's going to square it up out towards Connolly.
Connolly with the ball. He's got the players running past. Lambourne with go on the ball. Goes onto his left foot. It wasn't a very successful kick. He should have learned off Winnie Geeshan in the second quarter. If you got a right foot, use it, because if you got a left, don't. But playing on quickly there and picking it up was Tom Jolly. He's taking on all comers. He's only gone as far as James Blazer from Moe. He shrugs a couple of tackles. Looks long. There's Vesti all by himself inside forward 50. Takes the chest mark and plays on quickly. He's going to come in and open up the account in the third quarter. And that's Moe's second goal of the game, and it's the first in this second half here at Maffra.
And Aidan Vesti gets his second for the afternoon. They've only kicked 2 goals, and Vesti has both of them. But good work by James Blazer. He's a penetrating kick of the football and got that in to about 20 metres out from goal.
And on the Dailies Group scoreboard, the providers of quality feed, seed and fertilisers. Just 2 minutes into the third quarter, Murray have their second goal. They're 2-4-16, trailing Maffra by 48 points. Maffra are 9-10-64.
A bit of sausage roll just stuck there in Paul Carter's throat. That'll teach you a lesson, Paul. Back in the middle as Morrow gets his hand on it again. Blazer does well, but coming through is Ainsworth. Now Porter gives it to Scott, who gives it to Connolly. They deliver inside 50. This time Jones is there. Goes up. Good mark in front of Jacob Wood. And Gary Jones is going to turn around. He's going to look to have a shot at goal. He's got the distance.
Well, his last shot up the other end, he kicked it through. It was a beautiful goal.
That's now 12 marks inside 50 to Maffra, and Murray have yet to take one in their 50-metre arc.
Oh, that says it all, doesn't it? That's why the margin currently stands at 48 points. As Gary Jones comes in, he's directly in front. He's going to kick from about 48 metres out. He's a lovely kick of the football. On the run from a set shot, it doesn't matter, as Gary Jones puts through his third goal for the afternoon.
And just standing in the goal square then, clapping it all the way through, was Darren Sheen. The goal umpire didn't even have to move. He is a prestigious kick of the football, Gary Jones, and certainly in the running for the Sale Greyhounds best on ground here today.
So on the Dailies Group scoreboard, providers of quality feed, seed and fertilisers, Maffra now 10-10-70, restoring that 54-point lead from half-time. Murray 2-4-16.
So back in the middle, what can we do, Makey? You need to make some move, and I needed some inspiration.
No, they started well. Let the quarter play out just a little bit longer before we start to make a move, I reckon.
Rightio, Gary Jones. So back in the middle, Porter gets it this time again. Handballs across to Geeshan. Now the run comes through Coleman. Right foot kick inside 50. Wood leads his teammate to the football. He kicks it off the ground. Gets it back in the middle of the ground, but Fleming's there. He goes backwards to Lambourne. He's had a great game as Joel Lambourne. Gets it out wide. Petro outside 50. Handball across to Porter. Gives it across to O'Brien. He's inside 50. Delivers. Connolly's on his own. 10 metres out from goal, and that is too easy, my friends.
Yeah, you wouldn't miss him. He's all 6'7" of him standing there, all on his lonesome. And he's going to line up to have his line out for his second goal today, the 100 gamer, Brent Connolly, and working hard, getting into space, and Morrow finding it hard to go with him.
Connolly rocks back and misses. Disappointing finish to that one after a good build-up from the Eagles.
No, just pure work rate too there, guys. Connolly started that ruck contest, and the other piece of work rate I want to touch on was Petro. Fantastic.
Yeah, absolutely. As Biffin brings it in for the Lions, finds Long in that short little kick that they allow. They often allow that when pushing the zone. Now the nice kick out. Collins can't mark. Goes over the head. Jackson Scott handballs across to heavy side. Lowers the eyes. Delivers the Sheen. Over his head again. He caught one from Long. Picked up by Geisha now on the run. And he slams it home for Maffra's 11th goal in the afternoon. And the boys are on a roll now from the Eagles.
You're right, Darryl. They are conceding that first kick. They're happy for it to go deep into a pocket. There's no link-up kick after that. The Maffra players set themselves across their half-forward line and block off any opportunities. The Moe players need to move more and create some space. Force the Maffra players to follow them, but they're not doing that. Turnover, goal, Geishan's on fire.
Lightning start to the third quarter. 2 goals to Maffra, 1 goal to Moe. We only played 5 minutes. And on the Dailies Group scoreboard, providers of quality feed, seed and fertilisers, now reads Maffra 11-11-77, leading Moe 2-4-16.
Well, we spoke about it at the start of the game. It's all percentage is in favour for the Eagles if they want to hold on to top spot in case they slip up one. And they're going to put the foot down to the floor as Battaglia comes off a half-back flank, gave it to Scott, gets it out to Renoy, but coming up to meet it nicely was McIntosh of Moe. His kick, though, was a poor one, and a turnover from James Reid takes a good mark, who plays on quickly to Plemming.
Plemming kicks it long down to the wing. There's Geishan, who's just kicked the last goal of this third quarter. He gets a handball backwards. Finding his man there and coming through was Porter. He's got off the leash. He's had a few touches early in this third quarter. He's had 5 touches so far, thanks to Paul Carter, right on the ball as usual. Centres the ball there, finds Lambourne. Lambourne's got options aplenty. Where's he going to go? He goes short, finds Plemming on the long lead. They're trying to bring it into the middle of the ground here, and they have done so. They've succeeded in that. Jackson Scott with the ball, plays on, gives the handball off. Coming through there with the long kick, looking for his man, working hard from the back line is Tudor. Can't get there. Wood trying to barrel his way through. He can't get through. He was picked up like in a body slam, thrown down by a couple of bigger blokes, but it didn't worry him, and we have a ball up right onside the 50-metre line here for Maffra. That was something like a bit of tag team championship wrestling.
That's what you want from your tunnel rat captain.
Yeah,
putting your body on the line for the club.
He sure did, and now the ball comes down to Biffin. Goes one way, then the other. Changes his mind, gets a kick over the top. Looking for McIntosh. He's under pressure. Woods there. Took his eye off the ball momentarily, let Jones in. Woods picked up the ball up off the ground. That's what he was waiting for. He wanted to get dirty. Twisting and turning, gets a little kick. It's not 15 metres, so play on. He's tackled hard. Great pressure there by Gary Jones. Pressure acts all round. The ball's gone over the boundary line, but we have a free kick, and it's going the way there of Jolly.
Kicks it in towards the forward 50. Sheen comes out to meet it. So does Geishan. No one can mark. Roe Duggan's there. So Scott. They both fight for the football. Comes to Deck still in dispute. Renoy tackles him. Puts Parker in a tackle. Is that... no, it was Ainsworth, sorry. But another ball up on defensive 50 for the Lions. Are under a bit of pressure. Sheen rolls up. Takes a ruck contest. Long comes out with it. No one can gather now. Comes to Jackson Scott. His kick was smothered by Wood as it goes out of bounds for a boundary throw-in. Some 35 metres out from goal. We've travelled 7.5, make it 8 minutes in this third quarter. It's a 61-point margin in favour of the Eagles.
Loving the pressure here that's being put on by the Maffra forwards. That defensive pressure also important. Plucked out of the ruck there was Petro, and he's kicked the ball forward. Coming out was Sheen. He's taken the mark. He's 10 metres out from goal. Strong work there by Petro in the ruck. He just put his body right there, took it straight out and kicked it forward. Sheen finally got one below his head. They've all been going over the top of his head all day, and now he's going to have a shot, and he'd be lining up for his third goal of the day to join Gary Jones, who's kicked 3 majors already, and in he comes. Ball's on its way, and the umpire does not move at all, and Sheeny just struts on back and says, there you go, there's 3. Boys, don't worry about giving me a high five. I know I'm going along all right. One player has pushed back to see, and that's Daniel O'Brien, but the rest have just gone away and said, all right, boys, back to business.
Absolutely. And, Makey, just as they were coming off Calvin Porter, did you hear what he said to Coach Adrian Bergill of Moe?
No, one thing I have noticed, just with Lucas Fry as well, they're getting stuck into each other. It's been a good contest to watch, actually. Lucas Fry's holding his own, not taking a backward step. And I think it's just a bit of friendly banter between Adrian and Cal Porter. Not a lot in it.
And the Dailies Group scoreboard, providers of quality feed, seed and fertilisers, Maffra 12-11-83, Moe 2-4-16, 9 minutes now into the third quarter.
Back in the middle now as Connolly goes up against Morrow. This time Connolly wins the tap out, comes to ground, heading over the football as Ainsworth gets it out towards Jenkinson. Further afield to Biffin. They're getting worked backwards though as Maffra now through Geishan gave it to Heavyside. Over the top, the run's on. Renoy gives it across to the running O'Brien. He runs to about 55, delivers inside 50 to Sheen. One out, can't mark. Jake Rowe-Duggan's there, right on the boundary line. He's happy to see it go out of bounds. And it was out of bounds, not out of bounds on the full as Needham is just asking the question. So a boundary throw in 20 metres out from goal.
I know you're laughing at it a little bit, guys, but with Sheen not getting the high fives, is that something a little bit concerned that the team just think it's just going to happen?
Quick stoppage play by Jolly. Kick at goal was smothered, but just back to your point, Makey.
Oh, he was smothered. I think that was a falcon.
Off the top of Sheen's head. No, I think you're right, Makey. I'd like to see him get involved and get encouragement going on for everyone who kicks goals, but they may have just switched off a little bit, which could be in favour for Moe, but at the moment, football comes out towards Collings on a half-back flank. As he goes back inboard, finds Blazer. Found his target. He's got a runner out wide. It's Wood. Is he going to hit him? He does. So Wood gets the football. He's got Sheen out there defending him. He runs at him. Now he takes him on. He's kicked backwards. Goes towards Long. He has to put the afterburners on. He does. Can he hit a target outside 50? He does. Good kick to Gretsch. Darnell Gretsch has got someone on the wing. It's Vesti. He comes out. Going back was Coleman. Good spoil, but Vesti does well on the bounce. He runs, gathers. Left foot kick goes inboard. Finds Parker. He went to play on. Now he kicks it back inboard. Blazers there. Gets the footy. Looked wider. There's no one there, but he's gone further afield. This is going to be a turnover. Geishan gathers. On the wing. Now they reload. They got numbers. Handballs across to Petro, who runs to 70 metres out. Puts it at the top of the square. Rowe-Duggan goes back. Wood goes back. Wood's there. Rowe-Duggan does well. Works his play underneath it. Handballs back to Connolly. Chance of the goal. Great work by Jacob Wood to cause another stoppage. But he earned himself a free kick, and great work as Tyson Biffin runs it out of the back line.
Clearing out of defence was Biffin, goes long, but Porter coming off the interchange tries to intercept. Can't do so. Maffra players and Moe players going at it, taking his eye off the ball. There was Fry. He let that one go over the boundary line. But an important lesson down here by the young fella in Vesti. They went to the contest. He kept his feet and was able to play on. Young players, young footballers out there, you keep your feet, you stay in the contest, and he did that. The kick just wasn't to effect. So some good work there by Moe. They're putting the pressure on. Maffra just haven't found a clear way into goal as Big Connors just Connolly's tried to kick a barrel, but it's only gone 40 metres. It's been chopped off there by Chris McIntosh from Moe, who kicks it out to the Gumtree side. On the long lead there was Vesti. He's been one of Moe's better players all day. He's kicked their only 2 goals of the game. He's been quite influential, but he's weighing up his options. Where's he going to kick to? Looking. Decides to bring it inboard. Goes along. There's Maffra players are plenty, but coming in was Morrow. He's done a good job, the big man. Releases the handball out the back. Nobody there but Calvin Porter for Maffra. He's starting to get away from Fry. And as is this man, Geishan. Takes another mark. He's 70 metres out from goal. He's got plenty of open space for Sheen to work into, but he ignores that. Goes short. Looks to be Lamont. Kicks the ball inside forward 50. Sheen one-on-one with Long. Over the back, Sheen flies with the one hand. No free kick paid. There's Charlie Redditz. Picks up the ball, kicks it long with a barrel. Outside 50. Pushing in there. Trying to find his way there was Adams. Can't get it. The ball's in the hands of Geishan again. Getting plenty of it in this third quarter and kicks it long. But that's another barrel. There's just barrels of plenty out there. And that's gone out of bounds on the full.
It has gone out of bounds. It's cleared the net as well and gone down towards the helicopter, which has landed. Troy Makepeace, have you gone to check it out?
Yeah, I've filled it full of golf balls with number 87. Well, it just happens to be my number, coincidentally. Just a couple of little things that probably Butch wouldn't like at the moment. Just a couple of little things just creeping in that I reckon he'll have a chat to him at 3/4 time and try and get him to rectify that for the last quarter and finish on a good note. Yeah,
so Long comes in. He goes across the face. It's not a great kick as Bedgegood takes the mark 50 metres out from goal. He'll probably go back and have a shot for this one, I'd say. He's a good kick of the football. He's a long kick of the football and a turnover from Long. Just trying to create something as Bedgegood comes in, kicks it right on the 50. He unloads. It's pulled it a little bit and it's going to go for another behind.
Around the ground, thanks to Solomon's Flooring next to National Tiles in Traralgon. And things are heating up at the MCG. 6 minutes into the fourth quarter and Collingwood 9-9-63 are currently leading by 3 points. 9-6-60 Carlton, and in the other game at Etihad Stadium, 11-10-76, the Western Bulldogs leading the Power 4-5-29.
And another shot at goal from the Eagles puts another behind on the scoreboard.
Taking the margin to 70 points. Maffra 12-14-86 to Murray 2-4-16. That's on the Dailies Group scoreboard. Providers of quality feed, seed and fertilisers. 14 minutes into the third quarter.
Long kicks it out towards Ainsworth. They're at outside 50 now as Bryce Collins gets it. 60 metres out from goal. He looks to go down the line. He's looking for the switch again, Makey. They've tried that all day, haven't they, Moe? They've always looked for the switch.
Yeah, he's spot on. One thing you can't fault, or two things, sorry, is their intensity.
Yep.
They're having a crack, and they're also trying to execute things. They're just not coming off.
Gretsch handballs across to the running McKay. He delivers inside 50 over the top of Engley. It misses the target. Running back there was Hutz. He gets it out wide now to Coleman, who's got some space, defence his 50. His kick's a nice one. It's going to find Porter. Sits up. Porter, great work. Just sold the dummy nicely. Gave it now to Fleming. Gets it across now to, this is the running Jolly. Kicks down the line. Petro and Jones is there. Jones has got good leg speed. Can't gather. Petro's back. Handballs across to Jones. Deep in the pocket. Great work by Jacob Wood. He's had a great game for the Lions as he gets him out of trouble again with a handball to Jenkinson.
He has been. He's been terrific there. And the handball comes out. Reynolds is tackled. Just got his boot to the ball so it wasn't dropping the ball. Dodging and weaving, trying to get it out there was Renoy. He does so. Finds O'Brien. Kicks inside 50. Trying to find Scott. Good spoil there by Biffin. He's on the run. He's kicked from half-back flank. He's got a man on there. He can't mark it in Dow. Ball hits the deck. Bursting through is Lambourne. Gets the ball back to Adams. Adams kicks it inside forward 50. Sheen on the long lead. Going back with courage was Reynolds and took a strong mark in front of the rampaging full forward Sheen.
And got it out towards Collings now of Moe. He got it further afield. Out there is Luke McKay on the outer wing for the Lions. He goes short, high again. Darnell Gretsch goes up, marks it in front of Battaglia. Half forward flank, a long way out from goal. They're hugging the boundary, the Lions. Goes towards Engley. And the spoil comes in. It goes out of bounds for a boundary throw-in. 70 metres around from Moe's goal.
The last couple of forward thrusts of Moe have involved Luke McKay. We have barely seen him all day. Makey, has that been a change? Has he been moved up to the wing?
No, I just think he hasn't been able to get himself into the game, mate.
You're supposed to say yes, Wonga, you're right.
So
no wrong.
Coleman wins the clearance. His nice little right kick finds O'Brien, who's had a great game. Game stats for O'Brien.
This will be his sixth possession this quarter, taking it to 21.
Yeah, he's certainly had a very good game. He a blistering second quarter. Got it out towards Porter. He squares it up, middle of the ground. Petro's had a good game as well. Right in the middle, he comes further afield. Just puts it up for Fleming to beat Bentley. He does, after a first little fumble. Now he delivers inside 50. Jones, 2 bite to the cherry and takes a mark above his head. He's a good mark for a small fella, isn't he?
He is. He's a very strong guy. He's going to have a shot here. He'll be kicking him from about 53, 54 metres. It's going to take everything that he can do. He's kicked 3 for the day, lining up for goal number 4. He's taking his time. He's going to have a shot. He is a beautiful kick of the football, but this is going to take his very best as he comes on in now. He's 52, 51, kicking right on 50, and the ball is on its way, but he's hooked it slightly out to the left. No worries with the distance. It easily cleared the goal line, but that's a minor score to Maffra.
Been a really good contest to watch, Wood and Gary Jones.
A quick kick in finds Darnell Gretsch at defensive 50. Plays on, got it out wide again. McKay's out there. He's just set up camp on that far wing. He gets another touch. Left foot kick down the line. This is better. Lowe gets it. Half forward flank for the Lions. They're in the rears of 71 points. Haven't had much go their way this afternoon as that kick inside 50 was nearly picked off by Tudor. And he did well to handball across to Fleming, who delivered out wide, and that could be McKay's opponent out there. It's O'Brien. His right foot kick down the line, goes over the top of Jake Roduggan. He's got pace. He gathers. He just handballs to the opposition as Jacob Wood comes in. Sheen's out there. Still keeps his feet. Great work by Sheen. Handballs to O'Brien. Gives it across to Gary Jones on the boundary. He's just going to do a check side through the goals, and he does. And Gary Jones is having an afternoon. That's his 4th for the term.
Terrific work there by Gary Jones. He's been lively up forward. Wood has been playing on him all day, and Wood's probably been Moe's best player of the day also. But a series of good skills there by Maffra, taking it down the far wing, resulted in a cheeky little goal there, and that could be the goal of the day today. That was brought to you by Bob Jane Teamuts Terrelgan, best price guarantee on wheels and tyres.
Coming up to the 19-minute mark of the third quarter, and on the Dailies Group scoreboard, providers of quality feed, seed and fertilisers, we find Maffra 13-15-93, leading Murray by 77 points now, 2-4-16.
Well, just past our margins, Paul Carter. You said 72, I said 70. We're now looking at Wong, who changed his 18 around to 81 at the start of the game, as again through Cade Renoy. Maffra win the clearance. He got leg. Play on, says the umpire. The advantage was paid. Gippsland gave it across to the running Adams. Delivered inside 50. Jones is back there. So's Roe Duggan. Roe Duggan takes a mark above his head. And another one. Another chance for the Eagles. They are certainly having a big moment here in the third quarter, and big moments are brought to you by Monticello's, where you can grab a 6-pack of Pure Blonde, Hahn Super Dry, Tooheys Extra Dry or Carlton Dry for $15 and get a bonus stubby holder, because big moments are brought to you by Monticello's.
Jake Roe Duggan lining up for his second goal, and for 2 in a minute, and he's just casually gone back and put that one through. That's a terrific goal, and if I was a Maffra player, I'd be getting around to David Adams, because his run off the back line was sensational. He was able to link up twice there and kick the ball long and spot out the little fella, Roe Duggan, up its inside 50, and he's kicked his second goal of the game.
And on the Dailies Group scoreboard, providers of quality feed, seed and fertiliser, it's now 14-15, 99. Maffra, 83 points ahead of Murray, who are 2-4-16, played 20 minutes into the third quarter.
And for those that follow our sister station on Gold 1242, the balls and all, Sam the Man Muleboy, with thanks to racing.com, got Shiraz home in the Group 3 Ori Star Stakes down there at Flemington this afternoon. So we thank our good friend Sam the Man Muleboy. As another clearance goes the way of Moe. Play on, they said. Gretsch kicks it long, going back was Plemming, who takes an uncontested mark and kicks it out wide. They've got that spread, got that room on that far side as Bedgegood gets it to Porter. Porter on the wing, delivers inside, goes to the flank, finds Hutz. He's working his way up the ground. Half forward flank is Hutz, delivers inboard. Renoy's there, Roe Duggan's there. Roe Duggan gathers, runs to 51, turns around, gets into the forward line. Sheen's up, can't mark, good spoil by Long, and it goes out of bounds. Just one we'll keep an eye on through Twitter around the ground. Thanks to Solomon's Flooring next to National Tiles Traralgon. In the East Gippsland Football League, a big clash there. Lindenow, 9-6-60, leading Stratford 5-5-35. An upset could be on the cards there in the East Gippsland League. And to the AFL, at the MCG, Collingwood taking on Carlton. Collingwood have got back out to a 15-point lead. Darnell Gretsch has been very good for Moe this afternoon. He's a good player, is Darnell. He won the clearance, got it out towards Rennitz, who got it further to field of Parker. Now comes back to Biffin. Biffin takes him on. He gets tackled, but just shrugs it nicely. Gets the kick towards Gretsch. Plays on quickly. Goes to Blazer, who now goes across to Jenkinson. Jenkinson gets it out wide towards Vesti. Half-back flank. He's got the one over the top if he wants it. No, he doesn't give it. He plays on. Comes back inboard. Goes to Jenkinson. The still defensive side of the centre at the moment are the Lions. They can't get forward, as Maffra's defence is very tough to break at the moment, as McIntosh goes wide, turns the footy over as Winston Gippsland takes the mark. Shiraz only got in by a nose, the barest of margins there, but Muleboy's got us over the line with the ball in the hands of Ainsworth on the wing. Goes a short kick, looking there for Bentley, but it was well spoiled. Maffra trying to get some run, but Blazers there to make sure they don't. The ball's ended up in the hands of Bentley again. Switch kick across the ground, looking for Gretsch. He's got a couple to beat. He's used his body well, the young man. Gets a well-flighted handball over the top to Biffin. He's leading the race here. He's got the ball. He's up and down. He's twisting and turning. He's kicked it inside 50, looking for Engley. It was a tough kick. It's gone along the ground. The ball now in the hands of Lambourne, who's had a very good game so far, Lambourne, and he's got players of plenty in the midfield, and they're off. Coleman gets a handball over. They're continuing to run. Kicking inside forward 50 there and finding the long lead of Sheen. Wants to play on. He's got two players running inside 50. They spread. Petro one way, Jones the other. He ignores both. Petro on a double up lead, and that's a beautiful kick. Petro strong out in front. He had Jacob Wood in hot pursuit, but he was able to put the big mitts out, and it stuck. And Petro will be going back to have another shot at goal for Maffra. Oh, great work rate by Petro there. He was running back with the flight of the ball. Him and Gary Jones. Gary Jones took up the field, gave some space for Petro to work into. Did it nicely. He now just got to go back and kick the goal. He looks back. The umpire says it's all fine, as Petro gives a high five to Darren Sheen, who just gave it to him, and that puts through another goal for the Eagles. Yeah, they're building here, Maffra. They've been able to, since Moe came out in the very first minute and Vesti kicked a goal, Maffra have gone on and kicked the last 6 in a row, and they're building. There's enough time here in the quarter for them to get another one. And on the Dailies Group scoreboard, they're the providers of quality feed, seed and fertilisers. Maffra are now top the ton, 15-15, 105, leading Murray 2-4-16. We've played just short of 24 minutes into the third quarter. Well, back in the middle again, as Morrow's done all the ruck work for the Lions. This time he was up against Hutz. They win the clearance. It comes out towards Porter. He goes backwards a little bit towards Coleman. Now he goes forward. Good work by Petro again. He's having a good little purple patch at the minute. He's had a good game. Turns around Petro. Delivers inside. Sheen's there. One-handed. Takes a mark in front of Long. And that's hard to stop. The big man, the big machine, is on fire.
Yeah, Tommy Long's really good at standing off his opponent and coming in at the last minute and jumping over the top to get a spoil in. Really difficult, like you said, to try and match Sheen's strength one-on-one in a contest like that one.
Gary Jones has 4 for the afternoon. Darren Sheen's currently sitting on 3. He'd like to match him. He doesn't like to be beaten in head-to-head goal-scoring battles within his own team as Sheen comes in, slide angle, rocks back, tries to work it back to the right. I think it's done enough. This time, Renoy goes to him, which means it's a goal, and that's another one for Darren Sheen, his 5th for the day.
He's looking good down there, Sheeny. He's getting around, and it's been a fairly quiet day for him, but he's still been able to trouble the scorers. He's always a dangerous option up in that forward line, and the sting just going out of the Moe boys a little bit now, who have contested gallantly all day.
The Dailies Group scoreboard, the providers of quality feed, seed and fertilisers now sees Maffra 16, 15, 111, Murray 2, 4, 16.
Well, that percentage that they're looking for, the Eagles, I'm sure they won't put their the cue in the rack just yet. As 25 minutes has passed in this third quarter, but a quick clearance by Moe only goes as far as Battaglia on that half-back flank, who switches a play up. Renoy worked hard, and he won the kick on the half-back flank for the Eagles. Currently a 95-point margin in favour of Maffra this afternoon as the clouds start to roll in as Renoy delivers down the line. Petro again, up he goes, can't mark. Down in front was Jolly. Swings it backwards now to Tudor. Tudor has it. He handballs over in the middle of the ground. Hutz is there. He goes back some 15 metres to Renoy. He goes further to Fleming. Now he switches the other side. Now they've got room. They work it so nicely, the Eagles. Battaglia, half-back flank. He's got space. Comes back inboard. Finds Adams. They're just so patient with the football. Geishan can't mark, but Jolly can. He handballs on quickly to Fleming. He can get it inside 50. He's a nice kick. Petro does a big lead. Good gather on the hop. Handballs over the top, but Jacob Wood has been one of Moe's best this afternoon. He just blazes it away, gets it towards the boundary line in front of Darnell Gretsch, and it goes out of bounds.
Big quarter by Sam Fleming, 9 kicks to this stage.
Yeah, the good attack across half-back has been pretty impressive.
Boundary throw in right in front of us here in the commentary box, and we look at the TRFM football. Of course, Gippsland Live coming to you on TRFM. The ball comes down to Blazer. Twists and turns, gets a handball release out the back to Biffin. Gets a little kick in the way of Gretsch. Marks plays on quickly. Kicks the ball forward, finds Dow. Strong mark overhead in front of Batala. Plays on quickly onto his left foot. Kicks it over towards Ainsworth. Has a mark right at true centre half forward. Kicks it straight down, looking for Engley on the lead. He can't mark. Maffra players are lining up. Fleming racking up another one in this quarter. Gets a handball over there through heavy side over the top. Batala trying to get through. Was legged by Dow. No, it's a free kick the other way, throwing the ball. Dow with 2 kicks in a minute. He's going to have a shot. No, he plays on. Kicks it inside. It's like replay here. There's Ainsworth again. A true centre forward. Will he go long to Engley? No, he doesn't. He goes short. Finds his man there, and going back with the ball is Collings. He's 50 metres out from goal. Probably a little bit too far for Collings, you'd think, for this one. But needs to set that one up to the top of the square. He's got Vesti inside the goal square. He's kicked the goals so far this game. He's gone out wide to Blazer all by himself. He's gone short now. Finds his man right on the siren here at three-quarter time.
Did they play it? No.
Yeah, he's paid the mark. Ben Morrow's going to go back and have a shot for goal. Trying to kick Moe's 3rd of the game. He's going to have to kick it. Pretty tight angle. Not too far out, only 20 metres out. He is a ruckman. We are terrific kicks, us ruckman. That's no doubt about that one, Troy Makepeace.
You make me laugh.
As Morrow comes in, they trail by 95 points at the moment, the Lions. A little bit of joy on the siren. Morrow goes back. He puts it through. And a little bit of joy for the Lions this afternoon. It's their 3rd right on the three-quarter time siren. It's 16-14, 110 Maffra to 3-4-22. You're listening to Gippsland Live here on TRFM. It's thanks to Isuzu Ute Gippsland, now in a new showroom, 18 Saskia Way, Morwell, LMCT 10285.
The TR Morning Crew.
I'm really bad at hiding my feelings.
You can't fake
Niceness.
If she doesn't like it, she doesn't even pretend to try to like it.
Sam's Gippsland Live. 4th quarter action for Harvey Norman Electrical, Bairnsdale, Sale, Morwell and Traralgon. Go Harvey, go.
Welcome back to the Maffra Showground this afternoon. You're listening to Gippsland live here on TRFM, and it's three-quarter time at Maffra, and they lead it by 89 points as Morrow kicked the goal on the three-quarter time siren for the Lions to take them 3-4-22, Maffra 16-15, 111. Paul Carter, some of the key stats this afternoon here at Maffra.
And during that third quarter, we saw Maffra go inside 15 times to Moe's 7, bringing the total to three-quarter time. Maffra exactly double Moe with 48 inside 50s to 24. The clearances at the moment favouring Maffra 19-12. Free kicks are around about even. Maffra 18 to Moe's 15. Marks also reasonably even. 97 to Maffra, 91 to Moe. Contested marks, however, 22 to Maffra and 7 to Moe. And the marks inside 50, which I was just tallying up, 6 and 5, 11, 18 to Maffra and 2 to Moe. They got those last two marks, including Ben Morrow's mark there, so they finally took a couple inside there. Forward 50.
Troy Makepeace has been down to both huddles at three-quarter time.
Adrian Bergill, reasonably happy with the job Lucas Fry's doing on Cal Porter. Structure's okay. He said their skills are just terrible. Bush just wants them to reward the runners. If they'll stop going to those spots if they're not giving it to the runners. So he wants to reward the runners to create good ball movement from this game going forward.
Fourth quarter action underway as Porter won the stoppage, gave it across to O'Brien, gave it to Gippsland, back to O'Brien. They move forward to the Eagles. Still working really hard. O'Brien again, 3 touches within a couple of seconds. Handballs across over the top to Jolly. He got tackled from behind. O'Brien has to go in. Tackle Renitz. It comes out in the tackle. Good run from behind. A quick kick by Moe. Out in the front of Dow, but Porter puts the afterburners on and gathers. Delivers out wide towards Plemming. He's got a one over the top. Does he go to him? Connolly's there. He goes to him now and finds Connolly 60 metres out from goal. Turns around. Inside 50. Roe Duggan goes up. Can't mark. Petro roves the footy. Puts it on his left foot. And Gary Jones take a mark inside the boundary line. Deep in Maffra territory in the half-forward pocket for the Maffra side. Good build-up by the Eagles.
Terrific build-up and around the ground thanks to Solomon's Flooring next to National Tiles in Traralgon. Leongatha 15-18, 108. Currently beating Warrigal 2-1-13.
So Gary Jones is hard on the boundary line. We've got a couple of one-sided games in the TRFM Gippsland League. Second part of the round 16 action as Jones comes in. He's got 4. Right foot kick. He sets it up. Goes straight across the face. Sheen can't mark and it goes out of bounds on the full.
Yes, a little bit too far. He's lining up for his 5th goal of the day, Gary Jones, and in the running today for the Sale Greyhounds player of the day. He's been terrific all day. His intensity right from the opening bounce. You could see what he was all about with laying tackles and pushing up the ground. His defensive acts, but his offensive acts have been terrific also. The ball goes and that was a well-weighted kick. Finds his man out there in McKay, who's come good in this second half. Looking for Dow, can't get him. Throwing his head back over the ball was McKay. Gets it out, cops one high. He's going to get a free kick for that one. A little bit ambitious. Holding the ball. He practically had him in a headlock.
Lambourne won the free kick. He switched the play up towards Plemming. He's had a good second half as Plemming. He uses the ball well on this occasion. It's no exception. He goes out wide towards Jolly. Jolly, 50 metres out from goal. He's a bit further than that actually. Kicks it to the top of the square. Going back with Sheen. Good spoil by Long. It's been a good battle between those two all afternoon. Heavy side gathers right on the boundary line. Kicks, got smothered by Long. Roe Duggan's there and it goes out of bounds.
He had him in a headlock, Makey.
Yeah, I agree, mate, 100%. But he just said, mate, you held on to it too long. I don't care if you got your head ripped off.
Boundary throw and inside 50. Comes to O'Brien. Left foot snap at goal. Is up and down. Can they mark? Renitz can. The only one for Moe. As he handballs on quickly out the back. Just got his target in Long. He runs outside the square, so he kicks it outside 50. Heavy side is there. Can't mark. Got tackled when he didn't have the football. Comes to ground. Gippsland gave it to Porter. Has a flying shot. Got smothered. Goes back towards Long and Jones pushes back, but it goes out of bounds.
It does. We have a boundary throw in just off to the point post on the right-hand side here at Maffra. Kicking to the town end here at the Maffra football ground. The umpire throws it back in and going up there was Renitz against Petro. Petro plucks it out. Tries to break a tackle, but he can't. The ball hits the deck. He's back in there, tunnelling through again, Petro. Punch out of the air by Long. Coming through, there's Gippsland by himself from 48. Sends the ball to the top of the square. Tyson Biffin flies with the one hand. But Petro's work rate, it's been mentioned a couple of times today. He pulled the ball out of the ruck. He then was on the bottom of the pack trying to get it out. And there he was, recovering and pushing back, trying to take a mark in the goal square. his intensity is still high, even though his side is out by 90 points.
Oh, exactly right. I mean, he's a tall key target. Trent Noble's going to come back into the side. Some of these talls are just working extremely hard, and Petro, it's a pleasure to see, because he's been through a pretty tough time with his health as well. He's got his fitness back to where he wants to be, and he's playing exceptional football this afternoon, certainly in the running for our best on ground, thanks to Sale the Greyhounds. You can make a purchase in the venue, and you can share in $20,000 cash in the Dealer-drome. As again, Petro has the footy outside 50, so he puts it at the top of the square. Sheen's there, goes up, can't mark, comes to ground. Jake Rowe-Duggan gathers, gets tackled high over the shoulder as he got slung by Reynolds, and that's going to be a free kick. Slight angle, but only directly in front, I should say, 20 metres out for a goal.
And Rowe-Duggan, he'll be lining up for his third goal here. Very much a gettable goal for him. He is a good kick of the football, the young man up there in the forward line. He should put this one through. The player on the mark, Blazer, he's still just saying, "Are you sure I got him high?" "Yes, you did. Yes, you did. But you missed that one earlier." "No, I didn't." This is that. I didn't know we had the umpires mic'd up out there. How are we getting that information? And coming in now is Rowe-Duggan. He sends the ball on its way, and it's gone straight through the middle. The goal umpire does not move, and they've got their first goal of the fourth quarter.
And Jake Rowe-Duggan's third for the afternoon. It's a good way to start. As the 4.5 minute mark, they've put all the pressure on the Lions, and the margin now gets out to 96 points.
And that's on the Harvey Norman Electrical Gippsland scoreboard. Daniel Garage sale is on now. Huge savings across all departments this weekend. Maffra 17, 16, 118 to Murray 3422.
Now, Troy Makepeace down on the boundary. Have you worked your way into that helicopter yet?
No, still working on that, guys. Just trying to tee up with the pilot.
I still think you should be the flag out in the middle of the ground, just holding the flag up as they drop the golf balls.
Well, some people do call me a bit of a pinhead, so...
Well, actually, Makey, we've had a few suggestions come in that maybe you should jump out with the golf balls and just give us a commentary as they hit the ground.
Thanks, Wong. Yeah,
Collings goes forward for the Lions, but Plemming, that man, he's had a great game. 3 quarters of really good football from Plemming. Takes a mark in defensive 50. No one's playing on him, Makey, I don't think, is he, Sam Plemming?
No, I think Moe's got only playing with 17 men. Five forwards, so...
Okay, there you go. Any reason there?
Just what it looks like.
Okay,
sometimes.
So Tudor won the football. He got it out towards Petro, kicks down the line. Can't mark this Petro. Going back there nicely was Biffin. Handballs across, got picked off though. It was Jolly. He goes again, does Biffin. Works hard, comes to McIntosh. Twist, turn, delivers inside and finds his target in the middle through Parker. Plays on quickly to Bentley. Now the run comes from the back from Gretsch. Gretsch goes forward, out in the front of Engley, and he marks on his chest. 45 metres out from goal, and the coach says hallelujah. Hallelujah.
What's he say?
Hallelujah. About time, because he was quite happy with that forward movement, I think.
Yeah, he had a nice open forward line to go to. They kicked to the fat side, and he's got plenty of pace there, and Sam Plemming may not be playing on anyone, but he's the man on the mark, and he got out there, Engley. He's a long kick of the football. He's going to have to be here because he's shooting right on 50 and the ball is on its way. It's a nice looking kick and the goal umpire does not move, and that's gone through. And Moe have kicked their 4th goal of the day. Yeah,
that's good reward for effort there, and good run from Darnell Gretsch across half back and through the middle part of the ground. He's been good for him, so has Jacob Wood, but Gretsch's delivery inside 50, and I think what I was trying to say was Adrian Berg.
You're trying to say hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
Yeah.
Hallelujah. That's what I was trying to. I can say it in normal call, but just not commentary.
Okay.
But he was happy about it, wasn't he, Makey?
And the Harvey Norman Electrical Gippsland scoreboard. The annual garage sales on now. Huge savings across all departments this weekend. Maffra 17, 16, 118. Moe 4428.
Back in the middle again. Can they get 2 in a row, the Lions? They can't get the clearance out. It comes to Adams, who kicks it forward. Petro's working hard, sent up forward. Does his player in. Turns around. Handballs across now to Heavyside. Handballs across, though. It's been picked off this time. Collings gets it. Gets it out towards Jenkinson. Gathers. His left foot kicks a short one. It's going to miss the target. Parker's there. Picks it up. Gets tackled immediately from behind by Tudor. And a strong tackle goes out of bounds, Makey. Desperation still there at the 7.5 minute mark and late in this game.
Just a key for Maffra's defence. They're quite happy to work off their man. When they want to impact the play, they're quite happy to gum off their man and do it. And Tudor's tackle there was fantastic.
Blazer won the clearance through, gave it to Collings, who gave it across to Gretsch, who gets it on to Ainsworth. Ainsworth goes long again. This is 2nd time in a minute to Engley. Takes a mark. 49 metres out from goal. Go back. After the last kick, this will go through post high.
You'd think so. He is a long kick of the footy. He's going to be starting his run up from inside the centre square. We saw the last one made it through quite easily. And they're just giving him a little bit of space inside that forward 50, but they've been able to get it past the wing. And a nice 40 to 50 metre kick in there opens up the game for him.
I think the key, Wong, is hitting targets.
Yeah, you're right,
absolutely. As Engley comes in, he's going to kick from about 55 metres. It's a long kick. It's made the distance. It is a beautiful kick as Engley gets 2 within a minute and a half. For the first time this afternoon, the Lions have 2 in a row.
They sure do. 2 in 2 minutes from Moe, and that's 2 goals in this fourth and final quarter. Their intensity is up, and as Troy Makepeace said, they are starting to hit some targets, and that's what it's all about. Build some pride, build some excitement, build some momentum into next week.
And the margin's now back to 84 points in Maffra's favour on the Harvey Norman Electrical Gippsland scoreboard. The annual garage sale is on now. Huge savings across all departments this weekend. Moe are now 5-4-34, trailing Maffra, who is 17-16, 118.
Back in the middle, Coleman tries to win it, gets it out towards Renoy. Handballs backwards to Battaglia. He goes out wide. He's got a teammate out there. It's Heavyside. Gathers, turns around, gives it to Jolly, who handballs back to Heavyside, who followed up the run, delivered inside 50, and Connolly, well, that was a little bit too easy, and that's been most of the day this afternoon. When Maffra are on their game and they're running forward of the football, they certainly can hit targets at will.
They do, and Connolly just continues to get himself into the right positions and free himself up, and to stand inside 50 when you're 6'7" and take an uncontested mark. We've seen him do it on 2 or 3 occasions already today as he comes in lining up for his second goal from 40 metres out. Kicks on its way, it's drifting off to the left. I think it's just snuck its way through, and the 100 gamer has kicked 2 for the day.
Certainly good build-up by the Eagles, and Makey, when they use the football, they do use it very nicely.
Yeah, absolutely. And again, the work rate from the big bloke, Brent Connolly. You've mentioned earlier that Ben Morrow's done the ruck work for the whole day for Moe, and I think just a little bit of fitness there halfway through the last quarter. Benny Morrow was just stuck in the middle of the centre circle there while Connolly pushed really hard forward and got results from hard work.
The Harvey Norman Electrical Gippsland scoreboard. The annual garage sale is on now. Huge savings across all departments this weekend. Maffra 18-16, 124. Moe 5-4-34, 10 minutes into the final term.
Clash of the heads at the centre, ball up as Morrow and Connolly. Connolly copped it fair and square in the 2 front teeth, and Morrow's copped in the back of the head. So looks like Morrow's going to come off a little bit worse for wear in this ruck duel.
Around the ground, thanks to Solomon's Flooring next to National Tiles, and it's all over at the G. The Magpies have won by 3 goals. They're broken their 6-game losing streak, 16-9, 105 to Carlton 13-9, 87.
Finally, from June 15, the Collingwood side has a win, and everyone's up and about. As a quick kick out towards Aidan Vesti of the Lions. He can't quite gather. He does now on all fours. Handballs back to Ainsworth. Picks it up, half forward flank, delivers inside 50. Engley can't mark, play on, turns around, gets to 55 metres, has a flying shot at goal. It's going back, it bounces up in the air. I think it's got there. Touched on the line by Sam Fleming. How are those 2 ruckmen, Makey?
If it wasn't for the fact they hurt themselves, it was almost a bit comical. They both sort of stopped almost and slowly went down to the ground. Everyone else stopped around them as well.
Connolly's still rubbing the back of the front of his teeth, and Morrow's still rubbing the back of his head. As Maffra win it out through Adams, got it down to the running, but good picked off work there by Chris McIntosh for the Lions, who goes short, finds Blazer. A 12-minute mark of the final quarter here. An 89-point margin in favour of the Eagles, and we're all waiting for the final siren and the helicopter to take off as 300 golf balls will descend on the Maffra Oval, and the nearest to the pin will win $3,500 cash, and we've got a couple of tickets in that, so hopefully we can walk away with a bit of cash this afternoon, Wong.
Some cold hard cash, and the ball is in the hands of Vesti for Moe. 40 out from goal, 50 out from goal. He's kicked it 4. There's Engley again. He's kicked 2 this quarter already, and he's outside 50 just, but the last 2 have been from outside 50, so the distance isn't going to worry him, but the angle is tight. He's hard up on the boundary line, right where the 50-metre line intersects the boundary line, and in he comes, lining up for his 3rd of the quarter and the 3rd of the day. It's a long kick, and it's sailed on through. There, Gus Engley's got 3 for the quarter.
Oh, what great work by Mark Engley. They haven't had too many highlights this afternoon, have the Lions, but that certainly is the last quarter here. Engley has kicked 3 goals for the game. He's got 3 within the last quarter, within about 8 minutes of play.
And on the Harvey Norman Electrical Gippsland scoreboard, the annual garage sale is on. Huge savings across all departments this weekend. It's now 83 points in favour of Maffra. Moe are 6-5-41, trailing the Eagles, who are 18-16, 124, 13 minutes into the final quarter.
Definitely a Bob Jane T-Mart's Terrelgan goal of the day, that one there by Mark Engley from 50 metres out, hard up on the boundary line. It's gone through post high, straight over the umpire's head. So a beautiful long kick and a terrific display of goal kicking in the final quarter by Mark Engley.
Certainly is. Back in the middle again. They had two goes out at the ruckman, couldn't get it out. McIntosh was in there, flicked it out towards O'Brien. Biffin just kicks it off the ground, goes lateral towards the one of the big gum trees out here at Maffra. He has to go get his own football, and he does that now through Biffin. Twists and turns, gets away from Jolly, comes back inboard where Jenkinson was camped. He gets it, handballs quickly to Wood. Running off half back is Jacob Wood, delivers inside, nice little kick, finds Ainsworth. Turns around quickly, he runs, got no one on the mark, so he keeps going, gets to 50, he's kick inside 50 again. Engley can't mark, he's been a good focal point in this final quarter. It's all too late though. Eagles are well and truly in control, but they're still having a crack, which is good to see from the Lions as they reload again. Ainsworth from about 50 metres out delivers inside, good mark by McKay, who was unmarked, and they'll take some pleasing aspects out of this last quarter.
He was thinking about playing on there too, McKay. Had a couple of thoughts about it, but he stood his ground. He's going to go back and have a shot from 35 out. Yeah, there is some confidence to come out of this and to show that when you move the ball quickly into an open forward line and you've got a goal kicker like Engley up there, there is a target, but it's just all about your disposal around the ground. As McKay comes in from 40 out, the ball's gone higher than it has gone long, but it has sailed straight through the middle for another goal, and Moe are up and about here, and that's another goal there to McKay.
Well, the Lions certainly come out firing. They've kicked 4 goals in this final quarter, and the Eagles have kicked 2. So the goal will be to win the quarter for the Lions. They're doing just that at the moment.
And on the Harvey Norman Electrical Gippsland scoreboard, the annual garage sale is now. Huge savings across all departments this weekend. The margin's now back to 77 points in Maffra's favour. They've kicked 18-16, 124 to Moe, 7-5, 47.
It's been a big second half. Lots of goals kicked after half-time. As back in the middle, this time it's Petro up against Morrow. Petro got a tap out, only as far as Jenkinson though for the Lions. His kick was an ordinary one. Come across towards Jackson Scott. Got it out towards Bedgegood. He twists, turns. McIntosh was there. Kick was an ordinary one. Hits the ground though. Roe Duggan delivers inside 50 over the top of Petro's head. Sheen comes out. Can't gather. So Long picks it up. Kicks it outside 50, but it's going to come back in. I got a feeling as Coleman just has to beat his opponent, and he does. Turns. Handballs backwards towards Tudor. Play on, said the umpire. Gave it back to Porter, who gave it to Coleman. Short kick in. Sheen's there. Wood jumps up and spoils it, punches it out of bound, and that's a good effort for our little fella.
Yeah, well, what about the old 1-2 that's happening there? Coleman to Porter, Porter to Coleman, and they're starting to link up again. Coleman's got 3 or 4 games under his belt back in the side now, and the old 1-2's coming back from Maffra, which is ominous signs to the rest of the league.
And right on cue, Coleman wins the stoppage. Got her out towards Porter. Jackson Scott was there for the Eagles. Handballs backwards. Coleman there. They go in. They can't get the football. Ainsworth. Over the top was Bentley. Or was it Fry? It was Fry. No, it was McKay. The last goal scorer, putting his body on the line. As Petro and Morrow. Morrow's done a power of work this afternoon against 2 quality opposition ruckmen. And he won that tap out. Got out towards Dow. He kicked it out towards space. Plemming was there. Parker's trailing him. Plemming's got some pace. He goes backwards. Handballs backs towards Lambourne. Turns back inboard. He goes back again. Tudor's there. In defensive 50 is Tudor. Good work. Good pressure by Lowe. But he gets the handball away to Lambourne. He goes down the line to Geishan. Geishan finds an unmarked player in Petro, who handballs across now to Jolly. Goes long, deep into the goal square. Reynolds leads Connolly back, and he gathers. Twist, turn. Nearly got tackled. He did well, Reynolds. He kicked across the face of the goal. Dangerous, because it's turnover. Jolly gets it. Caught, holding the ball.
Yeah, great tackle there by Long, and they're off again. Long kicks the ball. Wasn't Long, it was Wood who tackled him. The tunnel rat, he's going to be up and again. He's spoiled him. He's been everywhere down there, Jacob Wood. He's been terrific. But the ball's picked up there by Scott. He's gone short inside the goal square, but nobody home from Maffra. So Moe to clear the ball through Tyson Biffin. He has it right on defensive 50. It's a hot kick, a little bit too hot. Jenkinson drops what he should have taken. Picked up now. Handball over the top by O'Brien. Going in, but it's been a turnover. Vesti with the ball comes back inboard. Batala met solidly with Blazer, but it was a strong mark by Blaze out in front. Jumps up quickly to his feet. Gets one over the top to Ainsworth. Gets the ball going. Gretsch, he's been everywhere today. Long swooping hand pass out in the running of Collings. Swings onto his left foot. There he is, there's Bentley inside 50. That's better ball movement by Moe. That's positive play, and they haven't gone into their shells, have they? They've kept positive and kept attacking, kept the pressure going all day, and that's what you want, a 4-quarter effort from your boys.
Makey?
A good boundary rider should know this sort of information, but who's leading this quarter?
Yes, certainly Moe in front. Paul Carter, they've kicked 4 goals, Moe.
Yeah, 4 goals 3 to Maffra, 2 goals 1.
So Bentley comes in looking for the 5th in this final quarter for the Lions. It's long enough, and that's a great goal. The Lions are certainly, they've come out to play in this last quarter. They wanted to get something out of the game, and Bentley puts it through.
Well, footy's a simple game, isn't it, guys? You win the contested ball, you hit targets by hand and by foot, and you kick goals. It doesn't get much easier than that, does it?
And on the Harvey Norman Electrical Gippsland scoreboard, the annual garage sales and on now. Huge savings across all departments this weekend. Murray's reduced the deficit from 89 points to 71 this quarter, and they have kicked 8-5-53 to Maffra's 18-16-124.
15 goals are being kicked in the second half of football here at Maffra, as the Lions are having a bit of a purple patch in the final quarter as Gretsch tries to push his way through the pack. Loses the football. Battaglia gets it. Handball straight up and down the air. Oh, met solidly was Ainsworth and Hutz. But Ainsworth goes again. Gathers the football. They jump on him. Ainsworth didn't like what Hutz did to him, so he just pushed his head in the ground. He did well, Ainsworth. He bounces up after a strong tackle.
It was a strong tackle. He bounced straight back up, and Gretsch has been the one getting a lot of clearances. The ball one down well by Morrow gets straight in the hands of Blazer. Slung down to the ground. We're going to have another ball up in the same position. Bit of good sportsmanship there. O'Brien helping Blazer back up, and they go again, the ruckman, and Morrow wins the tap down again. Trying to find a man there in Ainsworth, but he can't do it. The ball's on the bottom of the pack. I'd expect to see Wood in there somewhere. He'll be sniffing around. The ball's on the bottom of the pack, and he's not there. He'll be getting a bit anxious, but he's not there.
Just look at the commitment from Lucas Fry. It is a margin of 71 points at the moment in favour of Maffra. The game is all done and dusted. Moe come out firing in this last quarter. But Lucas Fry on Calvin Porter is stuck to his task very, very well. It's just getting a little bit niggly at the moment. The Maffra boys aren't liking it, but Lucas Fry has done a great job, hasn't he?
He sure has. He's stuck to his task hard all day as Blazer gets the clearance, but he's been tackled. He's been called for a push in the back. A little bit lucky there, but he's got the ball, and Big Benny Morrow's gone in to remonstrate, but Blazer plays on quickly. Kicks the ball on the ground. Engley on the lead. He's kicked 3 this quarter. He slips over. Can't get it. Mopped up there, and that was by Reid of Maffra. Gets a handball, puts Porter under pressure.
Oh! That was an errant elbow, just a swing. I don't think he meant it, as Porter now helps him up. How does Lucas Fry? Makey, what do you make of that one?
I think that was a token gesture to make it look like he didn't mean it.
Yeah, well, I don't think he meant it. I think he just wanted to just sort of shrug him off, but his head was in the wrong spot. But I
thought it was more of a vicious headbutt to the elbow.
Yeah, that could have been that too. As Blazer gets it on 50, sets it up for down there was Vesti. He's got a couple. Can he get another? He's going to win a free kick, does Aidan Vesti. So he's got 2 this afternoon. Moe have kicked 5 goals in this final quarter, and the margin was 89 points at 3/4 time. It got out to a 96-point margin in favour of Maffra, and we're going to back now to 71 points at the 21.5-minute mark of the final quarter. Certainly not going to win the kick back in the game. Let's be honest.
But they go to win a quarter, and you've got to take the small wins when you can. And Vesti's use of the body was really well done there. He stopped and propped, and he just put himself in the right position and made his defender Tudor have to go over him. And as a result, he's come on, and he's gone back and he's put it on through, and Moe have got another one here in this 4th quarter, and that's 3 goals to Vesti.
Well, they've kicked 4 in a row now, have the Lions, and they've certainly opened things up in this final quarter.
And on the Harvey Norman Electrical Gippsland scoreboard, the annual garage sale is on now. Huge savings across all departments this weekend. Moe are now 9-5-59, trailing Maffra 18-16-124, margin 65 points, and we've played 22.5 minutes into the final term.
I think I've eaten too many sandwiches, boys. And sausage rolls and party pie. Sorry, Makey, I ate your share too.
We'll swap then. I see you complaining about that too.
What's the weather like out there, Makey? Is it starting to get a little bit cold?
Cooled down a bit out here, guys, but no.
Good helicopter weather?
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
No
really
wind?
No, nothing at all.
Yeah,
very good. Very shortly when that helicopter takes off.
Very good. My golf balls normally go from left to right a very, very long way, so hopefully today it might be a little bit different. I needed to get closest to the pin. First prize, $3,500. Big, hot, cold, hard cash, Wonk.
Cold, hard cash. And then after that, we'll make our way over to Sale Greyhounds.
Yeah.
And we'll see if we can win a little bit more cold, hard cash there, maybe tomorrow in a sprint. And don't forget that if you do go there. And, of course, Best on Ground's brought to you. We can get in the Dealer-Drome and win our share of 20 grand cold hard cash.
Gary Jones delivers towards Sheen, puts one hand up, 2 bites, can't get it as Long punches it towards the boundary line. Collings was there, crunched in a tackle by Jones, surely a free kick, and it will be. He bounces straight back up, does young Bryce Collings. He's a tough nut, is Collings. Coming from a great family, young Bryce, as he kicks across the face of the goal. It's going to be nearly a good kick towards Vesti, but a good spoil by Jake Heaviside goes out of bounds. 30 metres out from goal, from Maffra's goal.
Heaviside was able to cut in between the two of them there, Vesti and Wood. Was an important spoil, otherwise we would have seen a little bit more run down the wing here by Moe, but we're going to have a boundary throw in as soon as they can retrieve the ball over the back, and throwing it back in and it's hit the fence.
I really need Moe to kick one more goal, guys. It'll bring the margin to within that 10-goal margin I was talking about at the start of the game.
Yeah, very good. Well, that was, of course, your bold prediction, Makey. You've done well. It got out to a 96. You would have been nervous there for a little while.
Nah, full confidence.
Oh, good work. Blazer went to take the advantage, but the umpire said, no, we're going to bring this one back. It's going to go to Jenkinson, who has a free kick defensive 50 for the Lions.
We need him to go coast to coast here.
25-minute mark of the final quarter. Darren Sheen didn't get anywhere near the 10 goals that I predicted. What was yours, Wong?
I'm going to win the money.
Oh, you're going to win the money, so you're still up there. And Paul Carter, your bold prediction this afternoon?
72.
72. Well, you're still a bit of a chance.
Wasn't it Cal Porter to get 40
Oh,
points?
it was too.
Oh, that.
Yes,
yeah.
your bold prediction.
Oh, you missed that one.
Hey.
Bold prediction.
How was Cal Porter's possessions today?
Well, I'm in charge of the stats. I'll just fix that right now.
Tom Long on a huge run out of the back line there. He was tackled. He's gone trying to take him on again, and somebody's down with a bit of cramp over there. A little bit of heat's come into this game, hasn't it?
Jump in there, Paul, because Cal Porter's on the bench.
He's not getting touches there.
That's how good he is.
So a boundary throw, and it was Petro who was cramping on the far side. But as you said, Wong, a little bit of heat coming into it.
Yeah, it was. But
as Roe Duggan cops one high from Dow, just took his head off. Roe Duggan plays on quickly, out towards Battaglia. Left foot kick down the line, inside 50 it goes. Coming out to meet it was Coleman, couldn't mark, and it goes out of bounds in front of the Maffra Concreters sign here at Maffra, where 65-point margin at the 25-minute mark of the final quarter.
And Jacob Wood was able to affect the spoil. Now, Maffra have had a fairly team-orientated contribution today. In what's going to be a 70 to 80-point loss, can you manage to maybe sneak someone like a Jacob Wood in there for a vote? Because he has been easily, I think, along with Darnell Gretsch, Moe's best player, and he's had plenty of it. And that's thanks to Sale Greyhounds. You win your share of $20,000 in cold hard cash in the Dealer-Drome as the ball goes up inside 50 for Maffra. Blazer at the bottom of the pack, trying to get it out. He can't do so. We're going to have another ball up 30 metres out directly in front of goal as Troy Makepeace comes running in to get his extra set of headphones. We've got to be thinking about who we might interview out there.
The helicopter pilot.
Maybe the helicopter pilot, Alpha Breaker, come in, Roger.
As Hutt slams it back inside 50, but only as far as Wood. To answer your question, I'm not sure that you can fit a Moe player in when it's a 65-point margin at the moment. He's been certainly their best, but in 3-2-1, I'm not sure you can fit a Moe player in.
Very even team effort by Maffra, though. Hard to pick out top three, but here's one man who will be in contention, and that is Dave Adams, because he's been very good today, and he's kicked the ball long. Inside 50, look for Petro. Oh, huge fly over the top there by Jones. That was huge, almost excessive decibel output, but we didn't go off air, and there's Wood with the ball. He's pressing my claims to give him some votes. Comes out now to Gretsch. They're off and running here, Moe, trying to get the balls through. Collected, working the way through traffic, a little kick inboard. Finds the way there of McIntosh. Long kick by Fry. Oh, he's hit hard. That should be a free kick down the ground. Goes in the hands of Biffin. Gets onto his left foot. Finds a man down there, running onto it was McKay. From outside 50, he's had a shot on his left foot. It's going long.
And right on the siren.
Right on the final siren, a terrific goal there.
And make his big bold prediction comes true. Yes, you do too.
And there it is. It's a 59-point margin in favour of Maffra. You've been listening to Gippsland Live. We've got a quick break, and Makey's going to catch up with one of the stars from the Eagles. A 59-point win to the Eagles. It's Gippsland Live with thanks to Isuzu Ute Gippsland. Now in the new showroom, 18 Saskia Way, Morwell, LMCT 10285.
This August, experience Walhalla in an entirely different way with lights, images and sound every night from 6:30. It's the 5th annual Vintaluge Fest. This year, Walhalla is celebrating the theme of the sound of music. And along with the light train, you could take tours of the gold mine, experience a spooky ghost tour, or enjoy a puppet show. There's more info online at www.visitwalhalla.com. Walhalla's Vintaluge Fest, proudly supported by Gippsland's own TRFM.
Get out back and back again with Isuzu Utes Outback Ready deals. Tackle the tough terrain with the Isuzu D-Max 4x4 LSU Crew Cab Ute for just $42,990 drive away. Or the top of the range 7-seat Isuzu MUX 4x4 Auto for only $50,990 drive away. For terms and conditions, hurry to your local Isuzu Ute dealer today.
Gippsland Isuzu Terrelgan, Victorian Regional Dealer of the Year 2014, LMCT 10285.
Thanks to Isuzu Ute Gippsland, now in a new showroom, 18 Saskia Way, Morwell, LMCT 10285. It's Gippsland Live on TRFM.
Yeah, back here in the Maffra Showgrounds this afternoon, round 16 action. The TRFM Gippsland League saw Maffra win it by 59 points, 18-16-124, defeating Moe 10-5-65, and Troy Makepeace has one of the stars in Andrew Petro.
Yeah, howdy with Petch. I just had a quick chat to you before, mate. You're absolutely knackered. Your work rate is phenomenal. Really good win in the end, but you must have been a little bit disappointed with that last quarter.
Yeah, we sort of just let it go a bit there in the last quarter, just stop running like we were. So, yeah, we've got a bit of work to do there, but yeah, it was good first 3 quarters, but we've just got to make 4-quarter efforts in the finals.
Petch, Darryl calling up in the commentary box, mate. Congratulations on your game so far. We've seen a few games this year. You must be really happy with the way your form personally is, and your fitness, and of course your health, because you've fought back from some pretty tough times. But you've been a star out in the field for the Eagles over the last few weeks, mate.
Yeah, it's just good to be back playing. Just enjoying now. So all the crap's over now, so I can start enjoying playing footy and being with my mates now. That's the main thing.
Petch Wonga up here. We watched the game. The intensity was really hot right from the very start of the game. We saw the twos, how well they're going. Got a couple of guys out injured. There's a real push and challenge on for guys trying to maintain their spots come finals time.
Yeah, Butch and the coaching staff told us before the game that, you know, would be got to be playing for our spots now. You know, like everyone's got to be putting in 100%, or else, you know, your spot's up for grabs. You've got a very good, strong second side. So, yeah, we've got to keep going.
Yeah, absolutely. We're going to let you go to with the boys. You're going to sing the song. Fantastic effort this afternoon. A 59-point victory, but more importantly for yourself, mate, you've been a star of the side, and well done on the win, mate.
Thanks, guys.
There he is, Andrew Petro, one of the stars of the Maffra side. As we let them walk off the ground, a good finish for the Moe side in that final quarter. They kicked 7 goals in that final quarter to win the quarter, and exactly what they needed. 7 goals won in that last quarter. It was a good effort for the Lions, but at the end of the day, the Eagles were too clinical across the board, and they might just stay out on the ground. Are they, Makey? They're going to wait for the golf ball drop, are they, or are they going into the rooms now?
I think they're all waiting for me to come over and grab another one for an interview, guys.
They're going to chair off Brent Connolly here.
And they've taken 2 big guys in Andrew Petro and Darren Sheen to pick up the big 6'7", gigantic ruckman in Brent Connolly. 100 games, fantastic effort here for the Eagles. He played pretty well as well. There's, as you said, it was pretty even across the board this afternoon. As Makey, we might get you to follow him into the rooms. Hopefully we can go in there and hear the club song of the Maffra side, and then we'll get you straight back out to give us a commentary, ball by ball, as the golf balls will drop from a helicopter this afternoon in one of the best fundraisers going around, where you can win $3,500 cash first prize, closest to the pin. Second prize is $650. Third prize $500, and fourth prize is $250. As Makey gets into the rooms. They're staying out, are they, Makey?
Yeah, I think they're staying out for the ball drop.
They are going to stay out, and it's good to see that the whole club, the hand goes up, the flag is in the middle of the ground. We're going to call this one, boys. We might as well stick with it, I suppose, Makey.
Yeah, we'll stay with it. Just saw the president out there, Andrew Dunsmuir. He's getting off the ground. It's coming. They've put the flag up in the middle, right in the centre circle. So it'll be the closest ball to the pin that is out there, and the helicopter, we can hear it. It's
just
getting
taking
up.
off at the moment, guys. So
Makey, can you get out in the middle for us? Just go out to half-forward flank somewhere. Just
I'm not going anywhere near it, mate.
You're not going to see from there. You've got too many people in your way. You've got 4 kids that are 2 foot in front of you. You won't see anything.
But well done to the Maffra Football Netball Club as well, because have a look at the crowd that we've got here today for first versus 9th, and it's a bigger crowd than what we've seen in a lot of games this year. And as the helicopter makes its way out across the ground, Makey, what can we see?
Yeah, just coming across now, just making its way over the northern end goalpost, so this ball drop's not going to be far away.
228 I need, or number 86. I got conned into getting 2 tickets, so I'd like to see one of those get close to the flag as we can hear the chopper. It's a little bit above the light towers here at Maffra. Are they doing a flyover first, Makey, or are we seeing golf balls?
Looks like it, mate.
So we've got a bit of a flyover first of all.
Judging by the pineapples you're pulling out of your wallet, Daryl, I don't know if you need this cash, as the effects microphone's working beautifully, picking up every rotor as it goes on past. Even the umpires have come out to have a bit of a look here.
And they have come out. It's done a bit of a circle. It's getting quite low now. We can see the helicopter is in view. It is about, what do we call that, 50 metres off the ground. They're circling near the pin, which is the 19th here at Maffra, Royal Maffra Golf Course at the Maffra Showgrounds.
Oh, they've forgotten to take the golf balls up. The message we've received, they're going to go and land again.
Here they come. It's swooping around now. Makey, now's your chance to get out there.
I'm telling you, mate, I'm not going anywhere near it.
Well, it's hovering. I can see a couple of representatives in there from Maffra. One leg's out of the helicopter. Here come the balls. They're about to come. And 286 or 226 and 86 will be the number. We want to make sure you get it, Makey.
Yeah, I'll be straight out there once they pull.
Here
they come.
They've had a pretty big afternoon. The bucket is out. Makey, take over.
Yeah, there we go. Number 87 right next to it. Beautiful.
Oh, there's one that's got very close.
Oh, there's one rolled nice and close.
Well, a lot of them missed the circle, but there is one that is...
Another bucket coming, guys.
Oh, another bucket. So someone's winning at the moment, but
there is a ball very, very close, around about 30 centimetres from the pin. The rest are all...
Someone ended up at the forward 50. That could be yours, Makey.
I will go check that one first.
There's one that's ended up about 50 metres away from the pin. And then there's about 400... Oh, no, there's only 300 balls in the bucket, isn't there? Yeah. There's about 200 balls in the centre circle.
I'm going to go out with... See if I can go out with the officials, guys, and get an official ruling on this one.
Just walk out. Go straight to the one out to 50.
My right or your...
No, the one out to your right, Makey, that ended up right out near the 50. We just want to make sure that one...
Give the listeners a number of that one.
At true centre half forward, and whoever it is, they've missed it by a good 50 metres. So...
no lucky loser, is there?
No, there's no... Well, if there is, kick it into the forward 50.
There are a lot of balls very close to that pin. This is going to be pretty tough to pick.
Yeah, probably about a metre is the closest one.
So for those that are listening out there, Makey's going to tell you that you haven't won, because this ball here is about 50 metres away. Makey, which one do you got?
It's number 80.
Makey has got...
10.
Number... Which one?
110.
So 110,
That's yours, Makey. Unlucky.
You've ended up 150 metres away from the pin, so bad luck. 110. As Makey's going to get in there nice and close. Hopefully we might be able to get a answer on now. $3,500 cash. It's a yellow ball. I think mine was yellow. $3,500 cash, and second prize was $650. Third prize $500, and fourth prize $250. And a fantastic initiative. As you said, everyone is out and about watching the helicopter, the balls drop. It's been great here at Maffra after the game.
Yeah, it has been. It's been terrific here, and some excitement with the helicopter hovering over the top. You don't see that too often, but that's what we love about country sport and sporting clubs. They come up with ingenious ways to be able to raise much needed funds, and they've certainly done that here. As the officials are all out there just measuring the ball and how far it is away. It's always a really important time when the balls drop.
It certainly is a very important time. We better get to a break, and we'll come back, and we'll have the results right here on Gippsland Live. And it's all for Azusa Ute Gippsland. Now in the new showroom, they're on 18 Saskia Way, Morwell. LFCT 10285.